The night falls, and with it comes a stillness that awakens what you hoped would sleep. Fear creeps in, not always visible, not always loud, but undeniable in its pressure on your mind and your soul. You lie down, expecting rest, yet anxiety grips every corner of your thoughts. Darkness amplifies what the day tries to mask. Urgency whispers, ignoring this tension gives unseen forces authority over your nights. Scarcity presses in, few understand how to reclaim peace before fear takes root. Psalm 23 is not just a comforting passage, it is a divine strategy for confronting the nights where fear walks beside you. Moses faced nights like this, alone on mountains, under stars that witnessed silent struggles, surrounded by invisible pressures that could have broken him. Yet he relied on God's presence, claiming authority and protection even when threats were unseen. Tonight, you will learn why your fear accompanies you to bed, why it whispers doubts and magnifies shadows, and how God's guidance can transform restlessness into peace. The first step is recognition. The tension, the fear, and the racing mind are messages, not masters. You will be invited to write a prophetic phrase, speaking authority over your mind, your home, and your life. By the end, you will pray the Lord's Prayer, sealing divine protection and reclaiming your nights. The plot twist: fear is not stronger than God. Its whispers can be silenced, its chains broken, and your rest restored. Tonight, the night will no longer control you, because God's presence walks with you, even when the darkness seems absolute. Why fear gets louder at night, son, daughter. The night is a magnifier. What you manage to suppress in the chaos of the day becomes louder in silence. Fear grows louder at night, not because it is stronger, but because the mind is less distracted and the soul feels exposed. Darkness removes the illusions of safety, making every thought, every regret, every what if sharper, heavier, and closer to the heart. Urgency whispers, if you do not confront this tonight, tomorrow's morning will carry the same unrest and your peace will continue to erode. Moses knew this tension. He faced nights when unseen pressures pressed against him, when doubts and fear threatened the path he was called to walk. Psalm 23, his anchor, reminded him that even in the shadow of fear, God's presence walked beside him. Scarcity presses in. Few recognize that the moments before sleep are decisive. What you allow to grow in your mind now can shape your faith and your decisions for the days ahead. The plot twist is subtle yet powerful. Fear is not merely a response to danger, it is often a signal. Your restless thoughts are not random. They are an invitation to awareness, a summons to activate God's authority over your mind, home, and family. Authority whispers, the unseen forces prefer night because they know you are most vulnerable then. But vigilance, prayer, and declaration transform vulnerability into protection. Tonight, understand that fear's volume is a call to action. You can choose to lie passive under its weight or claim Psalm 23 as a shield. Every silent whisper of anxiety, every tightening of your chest, every racing thought can be met with intentional spiritual authority. Moses did not wait for the storm to strike. He moved with faith before it could manifest. You too are invited to declare God's presence and protection now, transforming fear into a witness of divine power. How the shadow of fear takes form. Son, daughter, fear often wears a disguise. It does not always roar or strike visibly. It lingers as a shadow in your mind, subtle yet oppressive. Thoughts loop endlessly, tension coils in your body, and rest becomes impossible. What you perceive as mere anxiety is often the manifestation of unseen spiritual pressure seeking to unsettle your faith and peace. Moses understood this. He felt the weight of threats that were invisible, yet they demanded his attention, his trust, and his declaration of God's authority. Psalm 23 illuminates the principle. Even when fear seems silent, the shepherd's presence is active. This is not an illusion. It is a battlefield where awareness determines victory. Curiosity triggers arise, the restlessness, the racing heart, the inability to sleep. These are signs pointing to the spiritual dynamics at work. Scarcity presses in. Ignoring these signals allows shadows to grow stronger, embedding doubt and unease deeper in your mind and spirit. The plot twist is crucial. The shadow of fear is not random, and it is not invincible. Its purpose is to provoke doubt, delay faith, and diminish your sense of peace. But when you awaken to its presence, recognize its tactics, and declare Psalm 23 over your life, it loses its influence. The unseen pressure, once magnified in darkness, begins to dissolve under divine authority. Authority is key. Your voice, your prayer, your conscious claim of God's promises transforms the battlefield. What appeared to be overwhelming restlessness becomes a signal to act, a moment to enforce spiritual protection, and a chance to align with divine peace. Moses did not allow the invisible to dictate his nights, neither should you. Speak, declare, and watch the shadows retreat as Psalm 23 activates the shield over your mind, home, and family. Tonight, the shadow of fear is not your master, it is a messenger. Recognize it, confront it, and declare that the shepherd walks with you. When fear confronts the silence, son, daughter, the quiet of the night does not bring comfort. It amplifies what you fear most. Every silent moment becomes a mirror, reflecting doubts, insecurities, and memories you thought buried. Fear confronts the stillness, whispering lies. You're alone, unprotected, forgotten. Moses faced these moments too, standing in the solitude of mountains and deserts, where unseen threats pressed against him silently. Psalm 23 was his shield, reminding him that even in silence the shepherd is near. Pain x pleasure triggers emerge. You can either succumb to the weight of imagined threats, allowing restlessness and dread to dominate, or you can activate God's promises, transforming the night into a time of vigilance and spiritual authority. Scarcity reminds you. Few recognize that the moments before sleep are critical. What you allow to dominate your mind tonight shapes the peace of tomorrow. The plot twist is profound. Fear thrives only in unawareness. The silence that seems empty is a battlefield waiting for recognition. Once you speak God's authority, once you claim Psalm 23 over your mind, your home, and your family, the invisible pressure is neutralized. Authority is the key. God does not wait for threats to manifest to act. He responds when you declare his presence. Tonight, your stillness can become your advantage. Recognize fear, name it, and confront it with faith. Moses did not flee from the shadow, he called upon God, and the darkness became a witness to divine protection. You are invited to do the same. Let the night be a canvas for activation, not despair. Declare God's presence and let your rest be reclaimed under the shepherd's vigilant care. Declaring God's authority over your night, son, daughter, tonight is the moment to speak boldly. The restlessness, the shadow of fear, and the invisible pressures that accompany the night are subject to the authority of the God you serve. Psalm 23 is not just comforting words. It is a declaration of dominion over darkness, a command that fear and unseen forces obey. Moses did not wait for threats to appear. He spoke, he prayed, and he trusted God's power to respond even before the danger fully manifested. Your voice is the instrument of activation. Every word you declare in faith breaks the unseen chains that attempt to hold your mind, your heart, and your family captive. Scarcity presses. Few act before fear escalates, and most drift through the night unaware, allowing pressure and anxiety to dictate the course of their rest. Authority reminds you. Spoken words aligned with divine promise dismantle the enemy's power. Write a prophetic phrase declaring God's shield over your mind, family, and home. Speak it now. Visualize the chains falling, the darkness receding, and peace reclaiming its place. Let your words act as Moses' staff, activating divine protection across every corner of your life. The plot twist is profound. The enemy relies on silence. Once you recognize the attack, speak with authority and claim Psalm 23 aloud. The invisible cannot operate in secrecy. Fear loses its power not because it disappears, but because it is recognized, confronted, and subdued by God's authority. Tonight, your declaration is more than words. It is spiritual activation. Heaven aligns with your intention. Every corner of your home, every moment of your night, every member of your family falls under divine protection. The shadows that once whispered fear are now witnesses to God's power and your faith. Rest and peace after activating God's shield. Son, daughter, the night is no longer a battlefield. The invisible chains, the silent attacks, the pressure and restlessness that once kept your mind racing have lost their power. Psalm 23 has completed its work. Awareness awakened, authority declared, and protection established. Moses rested securely only after activating God's shield, knowing that faith, declaration, and vigilance had dismantled the enemy's influence. Tonight, your soul can experience that same peace. To help spread the word of God, allowing others to claim protection and rest under divine authority. Your engagement does more than support a channel. It amplifies God's message of safety and peace for those who need it most. Now, seal your night with the Lord's Prayer, speaking it over your home, mind, and family. As you pray, feel the weight of God's protection envelop every corner. The darkness transforms from a source of fear into a sanctuary of divine security. Anxiety, worry, and unseen pressures are neutralized. Your family sleeps, your mind rests, and your spirit is fully shielded. The plot twist is glorious. What once seemed threatening and invisible is now powerless. The night no longer controls you. It witnesses your faith and God's unwavering protection. Every breath, every corner of your home, and every moment of your night is secure under the authority of the Shepherd. Tonight, the invisible chains are broken. Your mind, your family, and your home rest fully under God's protection. You are safe, secure, and embraced by divine authority.